morning, folks. This morning shaves by the way of the Shaven Sailor Buried Treasure. Also got the aftershave balm to go right along with it. I'll use the aftershave balm off camera. But anyway, that's what the soap looks like. It's nice and firm in the container. And just scraped it out with my baby spoon. This notes are, I remember the vanilla. It's got a woodsy scent to it. I think it's supposed to have a citrus, but that might be when I was lathering up when I picked that up. But right off the puck, in other words, the woodsy scent and vanilla is what my nose picks up. Alum block, no rubber band. Still using the Humphrey's witch hazel citrus. And been testing out some, going to be testing out some bowls, I should say. And this one here is one of them. It's a red bowl, salsa bowl, nice, light, doesn't weigh a whole lot. It's got the stands there on the bottom that makes it easy to hang on to. Got it whipped up here with the MAC Metalworks brush. Pretty nice. It whipped up pretty, look at that. It's not wet, not drippy, but still a lot in the way of, I guess you might say, like a yogurt consistency. It's not going to be big fluffy or anything quite like that. Shaver of the day. I've been waiting for this one here for a moment. This is a Gillette single ring. I'll take it apart at the end. I've got on the base plate, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, is the serial number. And judging by the serial number, when I went to Razor Emporium to figure out what date this one is, it's a 1912. And it's got a Parker blade, fresh one in there. And it does have some, you know, it's an old razor. It's going to have a few issues. It's over 100 years old. It's got a crack right there. If you might be able to see if you get the glare off of there, there's some on the cap. There's a few little issues here and there. I don't know that the cap issues are going to affect the shave any at all. It's got a few bent teeth, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. More cosmetic than anything else. But I'm going to get started with the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Preshave soap, mentholated, unscented. And I'll have links down below for the shaving soap, as well as should point out, I'll just put a link to his website there, Steven's website. This is the Shaven Sailor. I got the handle from him, and my knot came in, got it glued in, let it set. Used this one yesterday, worked just fine. Glue held. Been testing out, I guess you might say, this glue. Probably a little bit off the beaten path when it comes to gluing in knots. It's called E6000. My wife started using it a while back, and so I decided to give it a try. And so far, it seems to be holding up. The heat doesn't seem to affect it one way or the other when you put it in hot water. So anyway, I was testing the glue and the knot and whatnot. I like that brush, the handle. It fits well on my hand. But Shaven Sailor, you can get these, like I say, the brush handles without the knot, and put your favorite knot in there. It's set up for 24 millimeter, by the way. So you put your favorite horsehair, badger, whatever the case might be, synthetic knot in there. I have for me, it's kind of fun to get these 3D printed brush handles, because the knots just fit just right in there. 24 millimeter, perfect. But anyway, I was testing out these. I got 3 of them. These salsa bowls, different colors. They got red, green, and orange. And figured that's what I'll take on the trip. They're lightweight. Yesterday when I shaved with the using this red bowl, I used the soap, shaving soap from Shaven Sailor. It rinsed out just fine. It worked great. So in other words, for traveling, when you wanted to clean up totally, I guess you might say close to being spotless, this particular bowl worked out pretty well. No complaints. I think this is probably, pick my color, one of the bowls I'll take with me. Like I said, it does clean up quite nicely. Just about effortless. Even though it looks like it's kind of textured before I start putting soap in it, you could see that. But it felt smooth. It just looked that way. And it rinses out real easy. So, man, this smells good. My nose is working pretty well this morning. Alright, this is the only single ring I have. And so we will see how this is going to shave. The only thing I've done with this is in the way of cleanup would be to sanitize it. Otherwise, whatever patina is on there, it's going to stay on there. I don't think I'll ever, how you say, shine it up per se. Just going to leave it just like it is. Just keep the soap scum off of it, in other words, and that kind of cleanliness, and let it go like that. Alright, so we're going to start with first pass. Definitely some blade feel. Been kind of looking forward, kind of anxious to shave with this one. In case you're wondering, I'm not taking this one with me on the trip either. I haven't quite decided just yet which way I want to go. Whether it's going to be double edge or a single edge or a shavette, or don't think it'll be a shavette. I might change my mind, but I don't think so. Definitely got some blade feel. That's I guess you might say I was expecting something a little bit, not quite so much blade feel, I guess you might say. It's kind of surprising. I don't remember the old style being quite as what would feel aggressive with the blade feel. It is nice though. Talk about a work of art. Put a lot of effort in these shavers back then. Then again, it might be this particular shaver. Like I said, I noticed some spots on the cap where don't know what took place. I looked at it trying to figure out what somebody may or may not have been doing, maybe just by accident, but there's some rough spots on the cap right there on the very edge. Didn't think it would really affect the shave as long as I didn't feel that on my face, which I don't. But the blade, I didn't know any better. There's a little bit of a vibration with that blade. Kind of felt like it. I say it's over 100 years old, so kind of give it a little bit of slack, right? I'm sure I'm not going to be, how you say, doing all that great if I live to be as old as this razor. I have a subscriber that started a new YouTube channel, and I'll put a link down below. I believe you pronounce his name Gino, G-I-N-O, or Gino, one of the two. And talking about a very talented shaver. Throughout the shave, as far as I can tell, well, you see what I'm saying here in a moment, does a fantastic job in his shave. He speaks 2 different languages, and it seems like to me, the best I can tell, that he's not missing a beat, you know, explaining what's going on with his shave, talking about a shave in 2 different languages at the same time. Boy, this worked out pretty nice, big. I mean, this knot whipped up the shave soap differently than what this knot did. Something to think about. But anyway, I'll put a link down below. Like I say, this is his second video that second one's the one I watched, and haven't got around to seeing this first one. Just did that right before the start of this video. Trying to squeeze some things in a hurry. But I got to see his second video. I haven't watched this first one just yet. But to me, that's just amazing to be able to talk two different languages and shave at the same time and keep up with everything. That's just wow. The second video, he's shaving with a Gillette Super Speed. It's a family heirloom. Thought that was pretty cool. He does a great job. For somebody on the second video, he doesn't sound like he's on a second video. He did a fantastic job. I think this is probably going to be a more efficient shaver than what I'm accustomed to. So far it feels like it when I'm peeling around on my face after each pass. In other words, I'm starting to feel that it's taken off quite a bit. I could I could see where somebody might be shaving with this particular shaver every other day. I could understand that. My face is pretty smooth already on the cheeks. That's matter of fact, there's nothing left on the cheeks. I don't get anything until I get down here. So I guess you could say I could have a 2-pass shave with pickups. Do the pickups on my neck. Boy, this lather whipped up pretty good. A lot of slickness left. Still got that little strip right through there. And I mean, it is little. It's probably no wider. It's not even as wide as a pencil right through there. I have some... He speaks to his... you talk about mapping out his growth. Beard. Mine's a lot the same way. It just... There's some places it just... wow. Grows in such an odd direction. Yesterday I shaved with a supply injector, and I'll started to do a video with it yesterday. What I refer to sometimes as our fur babies were acting up. They were having a conversation rather loudly. So that video didn't go out. I couldn't stop laughing because they are funny. Got a German Shepherd, and then the other one's the size of a Chihuahua. It's a Chihuahua and a excuse me, a Pomeranian, Pomchi, or whatever you want to call these breeds. Anyway, the way they speak to each other, it is something else. Because one of them, he's just chewing Tony out, our German Shepherd. He's just chewing him out, and you can just tell, just giving him the surface, you know. Tony's wanting to play, and the other one is not wanting any part of it. It's funny. It just reminds you of kids. Got one kid that's wanting to play and another one's not wanting to. Not exactly in the best of moods. Just a griping about it. It was funny. Yep, this is going to be a very efficient shave. Don't know that I would call it the smoothest though. I've had very good luck with this blade. First time using the shaver, so take that for what it is. This does feel very efficient though. considering how old it is shaven fantastic. Like I said, it's got some places where it looks like it had been treated rather roughly. Who knows what had taken place at the time. Kind of figure a lot of these, if they even came with a case. I have seen some cases, you know, look like they've, you know, they look like they're 100 years old. And so you know they've been used, which would be expected. It is a tool, as much as we enjoy collecting them and using them. And this one here, I'm just happy to get a single ring. I've been looking for one to get down in my price range for quite some time. And this one here just happened to be at a flea market, $12.50, just awesome. I was not, once I saw it, picked it up, I didn't set it back down, not a chance. Especially after I saw the price, like, yep, it's going home. I have this other brush here that I'm really anxious to, need to figure out. I haven't quite put a finger on it. This one here, whether I want to go back with a badger knot, or if I want to go with a synthetic. I haven't quite figured out which way I wanted to go. It's interesting, isn't it? We've had some weather roll through here recently. Thunder, lightning, nothing tornadic by any means, but you know, something to affect the electricity from time to time. My face feels pretty smooth though. I do feel like I've got a little bit of, to me, face does feel a little irritated though. I haven't had that feeling in, oh gosh, I couldn't tell you the last time I had this kind of feeling. Let's see what kind of stinging I get. Yep. I got stinging here, there, and everywhere. Kind of thought I might. It did feel a little aggressive to me. I typically don't get it down around my Adam's apple, just once in a great while, and I've got it on both sides, just a stinging. It felt pretty close shave though. I mean, very efficient, I guess you might say, shaver indeed. Don't see anything in the way of weepers. That's, if you're wondering, that's pretty normal for me, even before the shave. Right through there. A lot of that's just normal. Like I say, a lot of that, it's like that before the shave. I don't know why. And sometimes, some days that's more prevalent than other days. Today I think I got good and irritated. But I have a single ring. My wife says she can smell the citrus in this. For me, I smell it, but my nose is not picking up citrus. That's how, you know, because I trust her nose. I run it by her and let her tell me what she thinks. It's not a citrus that my nose would associate with it, but my nose it's been messed up for, I guess, close to 45 days now. I know some days I'll smell it, some days I smell the same thing and smell something totally different. That's the way my nose has been rolling. Anyway, off camera, I got it over here. Yes, I've been a bit remiss in mentioning, I'm still using Maestro's beard butter. Just about, I think it's, our temperatures here have been getting up in the 60s. I think it's about time to rotate this out and head back to some oil. And I think I've got some, I think I'm going to use, I got some vanillin beard oil I'm going to go and use. And I've got some, I still got a bottle of Phoenix Artisan accoutrements over here. And I still need to order some of the Shaven Sailor's beard oil. seems to work well with me. Anyway, I use this off camera for my beard. If you've been wondering, I do switch off and on. And also off camera, be using the, because I want to take my time working this in, aftershave balm. Since I don't have any nicks, cuts, or weepers, it's still a pretty good shave. Can't complain. Face is very smooth. Tomorrow might be one of those days I wake up and all I really need is a pickup pass. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.